Namaste Seekers, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to this crash course on Vedic Astrology. First of all, let's analyze the basics of this course. We will be exploring the 33 principles of Vedic Astrology, which are the 9 Vedic planets, the 12 signs and 12 houses, the history of Vedic Astrology, the origins basically, what is the main difference between sidereal and tropical astrology, or saying differently, the difference between the Indian Vedic Astrology and the Western astrology, as well as how can we calculate for free our Vedic natal chart and how can we interpret that Vedic natal chart in a very easy and beginner-friendly way. I will divide this crash course in several chapters for your own benefits and to make it beginners-friendly, of course, because if it's too long, you will start to get lost and I don't want that. Let's begin. What is Vedic Astrology? Vedic Astrology is a modern name, it's very recent, that is assigned to the ancient science of astrology from ancient India. This science in the Sanskrit language, which is the language of this Vedic astrology, is called Jyotisha. Jyotisha means the science of lights, the study of lights, but light in all its expressions. And Jyotisha, it's also found as Vedanga Jyotisha, Veda Anga, part of the Vedas. What are the Vedas? The most ancient, complete source of knowledge from humankind. This source of knowledge, of wisdom from ancient times, we are talking about thousands of years ago, BC, was from a culture of people that they were very tuned with nature and they were extremely advanced meditators that were constantly channeling information from the divine, from the cosmos, and writing it down. The result of all this culture was the Veda, which is one book divided into 4 different volumes called the Vedas in general. These Vedas also have within another sciences that you may be familiarized with, such as yoga, Ayurveda, Vastu, martial arts, dance, grammatic, and many other sciences. Vedic astrology was never one-of-a-kind science, but was a sister science together with yoga, Ayurveda, Vastu, and many others. By using Vedic astrology, we can use as well the knowledge of yoga and Ayurveda combined as one, because in yoga we have the 7 chakras related to different elements that we also find these elements within the planets, signs and houses, and within the 3 biological humors of Ayurveda. The elements are connecting the 3 sciences, and through the study of the elements and the expression on each of the sciences, we can create a common ground called integral Vedic counseling. Coming back to Vedic astrology, this is a system where we analyze the exact position of the planets at the time of your birth according to your exact birth hour, birth date, and location of birth, because it's different if you were born in one continent or another, the chart will be different. Once we have the picture of the night sky at the moment of birth, now we can interpret these planets and their effects. The ancient seers, they knew that each of the planets were creating some thorough effects on the consciousness and on the atmosphere of the planet. And after many millennia of studying the effects on nature and on animals, people, they found out that when certain configurations, certain patterns on the sky take place, something will happen. When certain planets are well located, something very positive will happen, but otherwise something very negative. Also with time, families were passing through all this information from father to son, and so on and forth till our days. This is uninterrupted culture and science that is coming back till thousands of years back. Through all these millennials of information, the different people exploring, using, and studying this tool, this science, they were adding commentaries, essays, and different new information or insights, intuitions that they have been experiencing while using the tool, the instrument, or science as Vedic astrology is. We find that throughout these thousands of years, it's still revered and appreciated not only in Eastern countries but also in Western countries as well. The natal chart is a picture, a map of the karma that we gathered in former lifetimes, and now we have to experience in this one. But karma is not the only principle in Vedic astrology or Vedic philosophy. We have something very beautiful called the Purusharthas, or the four goals in life according to this ancient culture, which is dharma, your purpose, or a set of rules that when you follow them, you can highly improve your spiritual evolution and everything goes much smoother and better. Then we have artha, which is the way you make a living, that you can provide for your family, the resources, your job, your profession. Then kama, which is the satisfaction of your desires and the fulfillment of your relationships. And then we have moksha, which is spiritually freedom, is the practice of transcending this mortal body and this conditioned way of existing. By combining these four concepts with karma, we understand from Vedic philosophy that when you align yourself more with your purpose in life, you suffer way less your karma, because the karma is the lessons that you couldn't or you rejected to learn in a past life, are the things that you did wrongly to others, and now you need to experience not exactly the same that you did, but the same energy. So you can transcend that lower way of existing to develop a higher way of existing, a higher and more evolved consciousness. When you approach more in life towards your dharma side, the karma side works like fuel to keep the engine running. But when you go far away from your dharma because of your desires, wishes, or confusion or ignorance, dharma cannot protect you, and you are by your own with all the karma presenting to you in many different obstacles, difficult life circumstances, that ultimately you have two options: to surrender to the situations or to embrace them. Every time you reject, that you don't want to embrace, to accept the situation that is taking place in your life, that resistance, according to Carl Jung in modern psychology, is the cause of suffering, which Buddha said the same thousands of years ago too. And when you accept this challenging situation, because actually there is nothing that you can do about to change it, we are talking about that kind of situations. When you accept that you are in that situation and it's better to surrender to the situation and to try to change yourself, that difficult situation transforms into wisdom. So whether you reject, resist, or accept, embrace, one leads to knowledge, to wisdom, another to suffering. But when you accept your karma, your difficult circumstances in life, that is taking you to dharma. Dharma is helping you to find the right occupation, profession, connecting with the right people, karma, and ultimately facilitating spiritual freedom or reaching God consciousness, God awareness, or the divine awareness. The more you understand your Vedic natal chart, the easier it becomes to deal with your karma, because when we analyze not only your natal chart but the current transits on your natal chart, we can know the weather, the spiritual, the physical, and emotional weather, even 1 week, 1 year, or even more before. And if you know that you want to go to that particular waterfall, but that day there will be a hurricane, you better don't go there, go somewhere else. Why will you go there knowing that it will be very difficult to reach the place and dangerous? You better go to the cinema, you stay at home, you buy some supplies in case the light is gone or you don't have running water for a couple of days, but you don't go to a waterfall. But today, you have no clue that a hurricane is coming your way. By analyzing the transits, we can predict the current weather and the future weather, and you can prepare for that. You won't be able to avoid the hurricane, but you can at least stay safe during that transit. And this is the tremendous potential of this science. So let's explore more topics in the next video.